People here, we are indigenous to this people to this country, and we are going nowhere.
There is an old saying that says that be careful what you wish for. It might just come true. The next video explains that perfectly. Please have a listen.
We see our future in Africa. Our people in Afrikaans, the Afrikaner folk, became a people here on the southern tip of Africa. We did not develop elsewhere. We are not Europeans. You had Germans, Europeans, Dutch coming to the southern tip of Africa as Europeans, but we became a people here. We are indigenous to this people to this country, and we are going nowhere.
As the people of South Africa, we are very confused. And I think also the white Afrikaners are very confused because Afriforum, an organization that has been calling for the intervention from the USA, is now saying we are not interested in going to the US as refugees. President Donald Trump has offered them an opportunity to go to the USA as refugees since in South Africa they are not being treated well. Their human rights are being violated. Trump offered them a lift, a free ticket, a one-way ticket to USA. Now they are changing their story, saying to the people of South Africa and Donald Trump, we are not interested in going to America. We have a long history. Our roots are in South Africa. We are fine. We are not going anywhere. We are very confused. Are you not the same people all these years who has been speaking to America, begging America to come and intervene on the situation in South Africa because you claim that there is a genocide against farmers, against white Afrikaner farmers? Are you not the same people who begged the Trump administration to finally intervene? When President Trump decided to launch his rocket, now you are folding, saying that you belong to South Africa, you don't want to go anywhere. We are confused, and I was more confused while during the press briefing, Afriforum decided to tell the nation that we are not the one to blame. We did not go to Trump and call him to intervene in South Africa. That is not what we did. We are not the people who called Trump to say what he said. We are not the cause of all these problems. I was really confused because do you want us to provide the script? Why you've been calling all this time for the intervention of USA? Why you've been going around meeting them because you believe that they can solve the problem, the so-called problem that you are facing in South Africa? Hypocrites you are, trying to divide the nation. When the rockets are being launched, you are now duck and diving. Shame on you, Afriforum. But again, we are not done. Let's deal with another issue that you said during the press briefing. The Afriforum did not only reject that opportunity that was given by Donald Trump to go and become refugees in the United States. They also said that we are taking a trip as the Afriforum to go to the US and try and explain further to Donald Trump, together with his team, this thing of Expropriation Act and other problems. We know that the USA is angry. We want to go and explain to them. How dare you again? You are the cause of this problem. Now you want to go back and explain because you realize that it is getting much more hotter. That fire that you put, it is becoming unbearable. And interestingly, they are blaming two other parties for this mess that we are in. They are blaming these parties for them going to the USA and reporting us. Please watch this video.
And of course, one important thing is hate speech. If you're going to allow people to sing Kill the Boer, and everybody is just saying, no, this is not literal, this is figuratively speaking. Well, the actions we are going to face now because of this kind of hateful conduct is not going to be figurative, it's going to be literally. We are literally going to see that. And we expect government to take a stance against that. The president has been silent when a section of the population have to hear that they had to be killed. And that is, of course, what is leading to what we are seeing now. You know, even the ANC, if you look at their members or leaders that are mentioned in the Zondo Commission, 97 of them, only 34 have had to appear in front of the Integrity Commission. This is not a government that is serious about tackling corruption.
If you are not up to date on this song that is called Dubuli Bunu, Shoot the Boer, Kill the Boer. This is the song that was sang when the comrades were fighting apartheid. One of the people that made it more famous was Peter Mokaba, who was the leader of the Youth League. And also, Julius Malema was the one who was singing that song, even of recent time, even last year. Julius Malema is the leader of the EFF. EFF and the Afriforum is like oil and water. Those two do not mix. So now the Afriforum is trying to tell us that people like Julius Malema, who they are not mentioning by name, but the signs are there. People like Julius are the ones that are starting all this thing of shoot the Boer, kill the Boer, and that thing should stop. They are trying to say to us that the major cause of the uproar, the root of all these things, is people like Julius Malema, who, by the way, I've seen him singing this song numerous times. But I can tell you now, even though he tried to go to court to explain all these things and say that it is just a song, a chant, it is not to say people should kill each other. Even after this, there is no single report where someone reported that the murder was because of Julius Malema. There is no single person. Now let us park it for a moment. They are also saying that the ANC, the corruption of the ANC, is another major problem. I agree with them on that. ANC is very corrupt. But what does ANC being corrupt have to do with them going to the US? We are in South Africa, all of us. What does the US have to do with the problems of this country? If really US has to intervene on each and every country, then we are going to experience more problems because the US will decide on who should be the president. Again, Afriforum, you are misleading the masses, the white Afrikaners. You are misleading those people because they believe you are their leaders. The same leaders who are misinforming the people. I am saying they are misleading the people, especially the white Afrikaners, because when you hop onto X, when you go to social media, many white Afrikaners are saying that they are not speaking for us. We want to remain in South Africa. Talk about this thing of intervention from the US, that is not us. Who's fooling who, Afriforum? Do you really want the intervention of the USA, or is something that you want to gain from the whole conundrum that you started? Tell us, Afriforum, because if you don't tell us, you must just stop talking.
Coming to the southern tip of Africa as Europeans, but we became a people here. We are indigenous to this people and to this country, and we are going nowhere.